Hello, let me know. Hello, hello. Alright, just give me a tiny second. And we'll get right into it. Yeah, you good streamer. Holy. Who hurt you, Vijay? What happened? Please show me on the doll where where the slop creator touched you. Alright, 1 second. Okay. I don't think you care. Fair enough. I mean, if you got a vent, you can do it. Just don't get personal with it. That's all that matters. Alright, gonna be doing some dungeons. Let me see. I did finish everything mission-wise, right? Yeah, pretty much. I'm pretty much done. Oh, I forgot to do Battlegrounds. Dude, I didn't do Battlegrounds this week. What the fuck? Oh, man. I completely forgot. I need to do these early, man. Like, I'm just getting overwhelmed by the end of the week, and then it's too late. Yeah, I need to do this shit day one. Like, I need to remind myself that this exists. Hello, Empo. I mean, at the end of the day, it's not too bad because, like, ultimately, when it comes to my PvP gear, I don't think I'm gonna be getting any more upgrades before I transition over to global, right? I think it's that. I think, you know, I think this is pretty much it. But still, I need to do my due diligence. Kind of tired of it. Classic. Well, it is what it is, right? It just kind of happens all the time, unfortunately. I mean, that's why I'm here, right? I'm here to reason. That is why I am here. I guess I'll just, without further ado, just do this. 700k plus Cleric, brother. Okay, I'm just gonna make my own group. That's fine. Did you see the notes? Yes, I did. I skimmed through them, I translated stuff on my Discord. I mean, I think there's the usual community translation, right? I mean, mostly stuff we were expecting, right? Including the Cleric nerf. There was, you know, the trans dungeon rewards. The thing is, the event is going to give the chaos thing to get the lava heart stuff, right? I already have a full set of lava heart equipment. Like, this event kind of does nothing for me. So yeah. I kind of don't care too much. Same for stigmas. Like, I'm done with stigmas. So yeah. Yeah, no. Like, okay, the main problem I have right now is that I'm missing transfer material to replace these two, right? Because I have like 4 pieces of lava heart waiting in my warehouse, right? Like, see, I have these, right? I had 5. I even broke one down as transfer mat, right? So like 5 extra pieces that I just can't use because I don't have the transfer mat. So yeah, no. I mean, I guess they did say that we're gonna be able to buy additional rewards with the tokens, right? But I mean, first of all, it can't be anything too insane because obviously the main highlight is the lava art stuff. And number 2, I would be very surprised if we are not able to buy them by just using the week's energy, you know? So video always said the Cleric doesn't feel good, it gets fixed. A lot of it got fixed, yeah. Like, Cleric feels a lot better in group PvE now. The only thing that hasn't... I mean, it's gotten better, but I would say it's still, like, Cleric's biggest problem is solo PvP performance. But overall, like, the class is good now. It's in a good spot. Now, granted, some of the changes that made the class better had to do with Chapter 1 specifically. So when it comes to the global balance at level 45, we'll have to see exactly how that translates. But yeah, overall, it's a lot better now. Alright, no channels. But yeah. I'm just a bit disappointed that we're not getting a dungeon today. Like, today, like, this week was basically kind of the deadline in terms of, like, matching previous season pacing in terms of content releasing, which kind of tells me that Chapter 1 is going to be a much slower season with content release. So yeah, I'm starting to have my doubts that I'm gonna be able to do. I don't have the res. I'm starting to have my doubts that I'm going to be able to do the Chapter 1 Sanctuary before global releases, but I guess we'll see. Easier with global release. I mean, potentially, right? I think they're just trying to slow down the pacing in general, broadly speaking, right? But it is a bit surprising, though, that specifically the dungeon is taking longer. Because I don't think releasing a conquest specifically kind of does anything content-wise, but yeah. Yo thrice, yo. Oh yeah, by the way, might have been a good play from me to not upload the Q&A video yesterday because I actually got an answer this time. So I'm on hold, but at least I got an answer. So fingers crossed, chat. Oh my fucking god. Fingers crossed. Maybe something's gonna happen. Maybe. Do you need to swipe to be viable in this game in group content and PvP? Nah, you don't. You don't. I haven't spent anything in this game since release, and I've always been able to do the latest PvP content, and I've been able to keep up on like every front. You straight up don't. Are you gonna be the top 1%? No. But it doesn't fucking matter. You guys have an ult? Nah, just the Q&A stuff I was talking about. At least catch up? Yeah. I mean, it's a, you know, it has pros and cons. I don't care too much about it, especially considering Global is like right around the corner anyway, so. But yeah, I have started work on this week's video. So the stuff I was talking about with the broad like build guide. So that should be coming sometime next week. And well, considering there's no new content, it means that there's also no new guides, right? So I'll have time to work on this. And thanks for the follow, Seta. I didn't pay anything until now, not even for the sub. I have paid for the sub. The sub is the one thing I've paid since the beginning, but I'm not paying for battle passes, I'm not paying for inner boxes, and I'm not paying anything. I mean, I bought a cosmetic mount, sure, but in terms of like stuff that gives you power, I didn't pay for anything now. I'll just turn this on. Because you simply don't need to when you actually play the game. And it's not even a matter of like playing the game like 12 hours a day. It's just like if you spend like 20-25 hours a week, you'll be able to keep up in both PvE and PvP and at like a very like a reasonable level, basically. Holy moly. I was about to grill about the mount. Yeah. I read you guys like a book at this point. Can I progress without the subs? I wouldn't recommend it. Like, the free-to-play aspect is more so... Think of it as like a really generous free trial, basically. Not so much something that you can realistically do. Like, the game doesn't gate you out of anything content-wise if you don't pay for the sub, right? But you will be at a huge deficit. Like, you will be behind, and also it's going to be a lot less fun. I would say if you're going to be playing this game like remotely seriously, do pay for the sub. But the sub is more than enough. I think I can do like 6 or something. I can do a couple on my rangers as well, although maybe keeping energy on the ranger would be a good idea for the event, but I mean, I don't know. I'll just keep going for now. Alright. There's so much people crying about the sub being basically mandatory, which is crazy to me. It's just the usual. Don't worry about it. Like, you play MMOs for long enough and like... You just come to understand the kind of crowd that you're expected in those types of games. We also don't even know if the sub is going to be purchasable through other means yet, so, you know. Just old man shakes face at clouds, you know. Same old, same old. I mean, it shouldn't impact you as an individual. What is max attack speed needed, and is that worth it for ranger? Attack speed needed. I mean, as far as I know, attack speed doesn't have a ceiling, so it's kind of just a situation of you just stack as much combat speed that your gear allows, right? Because there's not like 50 million sources of it. Afro wants to play, but he only wants to put in around 10 to 12 hours. It's going to be about the side, and that's it. He can progress the game reasonably, or is he going to struggle? 10 to 12 hours a week, Troy? If he only does PvE, like, that's going to be completely fine. But obviously that's... The caveat, obviously, is that it's going to be fine as long as he's being efficient with his time, right? Obviously, if he's spending, like, 6 hours of those 12 hours, like, frogging Sanctuary with pugs, then it's not necessarily going to be, like, enough, obviously, right? What do you think about the class Assassin PvP and PvE? Assassin is solid. It's really good. Appreciate you for all you're doing. Everyone coming your stream asking your questions. You're answering time the best of your ability. Yeah, I mean, of course. I mean, that's why I'm doing this. At the end of the day, it is just my due diligence, you know? Is there anyone who knows how to peel an egg without the egg sticking to the damn shell every time? I mean, Dude Snuggles is kind of right on that. I mean, the tried and true is to just like dunk it into like colder water and then like roll it in a paper towel, right? How did we get here? Put him back cabinet, he will thank me later. Yeah, I guess that works as well. I don't know. I can't say that's really a question that I've been asking myself too much, to be honest. So I'm sure chat is gonna be good advice on this too. I wish they would add equalized 1v1. I mean, the equalized stuff is like pretty new, right? They are technically adding a 1v1 format, which is the battle royale. But I see what you mean. I do. Part of me also hopes they will extend that to the regular arenas as well. But you know, maybe with time. Putting ice water for 3 minutes after boiling, then peel. Yeah. Like typically, like mine is like put it in cold water and then like you stick it in between a paper towel and you just like roll it, right? And then it just like peels in big chunks, like perfectly clean. Hello, today maintenance. Yes. Maintenance is in 1 hour. I'm a chief in disguise. Wow. Gordon Ramsay over here. Doesn't have to be ice water, just cold enough. Yeah. Even room temp can do the trick. You just need to like pull the egg off. Why are we talking about this? Sure, dude. Why not? Fuck my shit up. I will update you on this topic soon. Oh, I hope you will. Hello, real. Oh, 8 seconds could be enough. I'll just pull this away from you guys so you don't die. After the green cooking, 2.5 minutes in ice water will do 70% of the shell off. Well. We both came from AION2, so both pretty hardcore PvP. I'm pretty sure once again PvP as well. Nah. I mean, if he comes from AION1, right? Like, you should understand that even on AION1, if you only played 10 hours a week, you would not be able to do satisfactory PvP. Now, you're gonna be able to do like surface level PvP regardless of your gear, right? Because a lot of it is mostly ZVZ and stuff like that. And also the battlegrounds are equalized, so he doesn't actually need to progress to do that. But if he cares about like doing solo open world PvP or like 1v1 arena, 10 hours a week is not going to cut it. Unless he swipes, right? The option is here, obviously, but up above today as well. Yeah, the tanks are like definitely eating good as of late. The tank stonks are rising up. Hey, trying China looks like I still fell in over China gas. Yeah, China's pretty fun. China is like pretty fun, pretty fluid, right? No 600k, brother. How OP can you get if you pay for power in this game? I mean, you can push the power creep pretty high, but on the PvE side, you're never gonna need to do that to get into content. And even if you power creep, like you're gonna be clearing your. I guess the main perk is gonna be the ability to clear like your weekly, day-to-day stuff faster. When it comes to raiding, like failing a mechanic is going to get you killed. Okay, you know what? I'm gonna do that actually. Failing a mechanic is going to get you killed with or without gear. You know what I mean? So, like, if you have a full force of juiced people, you're gonna be able to skip some mechanics. But yeah. He's been complaining a lot that has been no actual PvP content because I informed him that the game is more PvP and PvP is secondary. I mean, the game has PvP content, but like as I always say, this game is very much a PvE game first, right? So, and even if you want to do PvP, you will need to do like pretty much all of the PvE in the game to effectively PvP. How much is the white dragon pet? It was like 17 bucks, I believe. $17 big ones. It's not available anymore though. May I ask a serious question? Is this game worth playing as a super casual working dad with 3 young kids, work 10 hours a day? 2 hours a day worth my time? I mean, big fact beard. I'm gonna be honest. I have done the math. You will be able to keep up with this game, like, to the point where you can do the hardest content on day 1 by playing around 20 hours a week. And that's also involving doing some of the PvP stuff, right? So if you play 2 hours a day, and maybe you play like a bit longer on the weekend, yeah, you'll be fine. You will be just fine. This game is very much built. It's a Korean MMO, but it's a Korean MMO that is very much for like the modern gamer, you know what I mean? In the sense that everything is weekly based, so you can kind of arrange your time as you want, right? If you want to play more on the weekend and not at all during the week, the game allows you to do that. And all of the content is bite-sized. Like, there's almost nothing takes more than 5 to 10 minutes at a time, right? So you're gonna be able to, like, let's say you said you had kids, right? So let's say you're only able to like fit in half an hour of playtime. You can log in, do like 2-3 dungeon runs, log out, and you're gonna be fine, right? So yeah, no, I would say even as a casual gamer, you will be able to have fun with the game. Again, are you gonna be able to be the top 1%? Probably not. It doesn't fucking matter though. Wait, don't put I still wait for the EA release, give it a shot. Yeah, no problem. I mean, if you have any like specific question that pertains to anything in particular, I'll be glad to help you. My brother can only play 3 hours a night and maybe 4 or 5 on the weekend. I'm already really fall behind. No, that's enough. That's more than enough. That is more than enough. As I said, guys, to do the baseline stuff, I mean, when I say baseline, is like basically do all of your weekly stuff, all of your entries and everything, right? To like be up to date on progression, around 20 hours a week. That is the expectation here, right? If you're able to put this amount of time into the game, you'll be just fine. The one thing that I would absolutely recommend you though, if you want to min-max your time, the biggest time sink on the PvE side is wasting time with bad players in Sanctuary. So if you want to be more on the casual side, you have 2 solutions. Either number 1, you just don't do the latest Sanctuary and wait for it to be power crept on the next season, like 2 months later. Or you join a pre-made, right? To ensure that you don't waste too much time with pugs, because the one thing that will consume the biggest amount of time in this game, if you don't properly play around it, is going to be clearing your weekly sanctuaries. Because if you do it with shitty pogs that keep wiping and leaving the group and so on and so forth, that the hours are going to like pile up. I'm asking about this pay-to-win stuff because I have not seen many MMOs on game die due to whales being overpowered. No, can keep up. I mean, the thing is, Shadar, is in MMOs, players will always be able to swipe to be ahead of the rest. Right? It doesn't matter whether it's through legal or illegal means. That's always going to happen, right? This game is absolutely no different, especially because the way the economy health as well as the gearing works is very on the old school side, right? There's crafted gear, there's enhancing, in which like you can buy materials on the auction house, so on and so forth, right? So if you swipe, you're gonna be able to get these, right? With that said, as I said, swiping is not going to put you in a situation where you just one-shot bosses or like you're an unkillable god in PvP. That just doesn't happen in this game. Are you going to be able to swipe to be like slightly ahead of the power curve, to be able to like, again, clear stuff a little bit faster? Sure. You will still have to do mechanics, otherwise you'll wipe, right? Whales are never going to be able to power creep the latest raids. That's not going to happen, right? And the latest raids are not going to gatekeep you behind swiping either. As long as you keep up with the game on the baseline level, you will be able to enter and clear them on week 1. The only advantage that the whale will have is that maybe if they have a full alliance of whales only, maybe they're going to be able to skip like a couple of baseline mechanics. They will still have to do the main mechanics though. They will never skip that. On the PvP side, the main perks of whales is that early on, when you are a bit more stretched for resources, whales are going to be able to enhance their gear a bit better than other people, right? Because PvP and PvP gear are separate and both need to be enhanced. That's mostly going to be like an early problem, like season 1 type problem, right? And then in the long run, the biggest difference maker in terms of the power in PvP is going to be how diligent you were with keeping up with your weekly AP progression, your weekly metal progression, as well as how much you're farming in the abyss to get potential stones. These three are going to be the ones that are going to make the difference. Whales will not get an edge. So this is what, like, the current scenario. This is the reality. Like, every time someone looks at this game and is like, the only thing you need in AION2 in order to be a perfect pay-to-win PvP player and tank 40 players is you need your credit card. Haha, get it? Credit card is the best class in the game. Every time someone says shit like this, they don't understand how the systems work. Because I can tell you right now, I can go into the abyss with my PvP gear in which I haven't kept up with this PvP gear in like months, right? I haven't given a shit about my PvP gear in a long time. No one is going to farm me. No one. I'm going to struggle killing some people because my class is bad at 1v1 PvP. I'm not getting farmed. I am not. Right? And if someone does a lot of damage to me, it won't have to do with the amount they spent into the game. It's going to have to do with the amount of potential they have on their weapon and guard and stuff like that. And potential stones are obtained from farming in the abyss. You can't buy them. So this is kind of where we're at, right? What is Sanctuary for? Exclusive accessories. So like, some will give you bracelets, some will give you brooches. The next one is going to give a new accessory called a rune or a seal. It's gonna be called a seal. It's basically like exclusive equipment as well as progression on base weapons and guards. Cleric specific question: is judgment not anymore unless you only lose judgment thunder to farm trash now. For bossing, it's condemnation gaming now. LMB condemnation. Those can now buy platinum medals. I mean, they can now. They won't be able to do that on global. And like the thing is, they added that into the game at a point where you're getting like 200 platinum medals from doing your seasonals. You know what I mean? So yeah. Obviously, it's not ideal, but it's not as big of a deal as you may think it is. Hello, Yukini. PP wise, aren't they going to snowball from advantage they had from the beginning, no matter how long they're... I've been diligent in my grind, otherwise I will become tiring. The thing is, Nuki, yes and no. I will tell you that the main problem right now on Taiwan isn't so much the swiping aspect, it's piloting. Because like the people who are at the top of PvP right now, they are at the top because they're paying for pilots to like live in the abyss for them. Basically, so they're able to do all of the world bosses at like every spawn around the clock. They're able to keep farming potential stones. Like, yeah, this is the big difference maker right now, which is why I really hope that global is going to change some of those systems and really enforce bans on pilots, because that is the biggest difference maker in PvP right now. Skill can bid gear. PvP is not exactly skill based. Gear is mostly going to be prevalent. I mean, okay, when it comes to PvP, number 1 is ping, number 2 is class and matchup, right? Number 3 is potential and you know, metal form and metal farm, etc. And all the way at the bottom you have whaling. The thing with like PvP equipment is that PvP equipment is strictly grinded. You can't buy AP, you can't buy metals, right? And you can't buy potential. But you can buy a pilot to get those for you, which is the problem on Taiwan. Hello, just joined in. What is the source of medals? The source of medals are quests from seasonal and weeklies and world bosses. And I guess the AP shop, yeah, as well. Update, the ice cold water worked perfectly fine, no egg on the shell, will roast up in 2 days. Thanks guys, hell yeah. You have planned to create a new tier list? Nope. I will not be making a tier list anymore because people can't use their fucking brain. So they just look at the list, they don't listen to what I have to say, and then they bitch about it. So next time I do something like that, I'm going to present it in a much different format that is going to force people to watch the video and listen to what I have to say. Always wanted to be pilot as a kid. I mean, yeah, not quite the type of pilot you may have wanted to be, but you know. Sure, yeah, why not? I'll join this. I think boils down to time spent playing and what was, yeah, pretty much. Like basically, swiping is going to get you into the cap for enhancing and stuff like that earlier into the game's lifespan. That's the main thing, right? And then beyond that, it's going to be catch up. Which class is the hardest for channel 1v1 PvP? That's a good question. I'm trying to think. Probably Sork. Probably Sork, yeah. How to get rank point in the Abyss? By killing people in the Abyss. Which again, we come back to the discussion of pilots. People pay for pilots to live in the Abyss to farm people. And that's why all of the top ranking people just pay pilots for that. Make a Chili's video. Ah yes, Raiden. Fantastic idea. Not Gladiator? No, I wouldn't say so, no. Like, if you're talking about strictly the class that Chanter struggles the most against, yeah, I would say Sork. People don't understand that tier lists are personal opinion. Yeah, I mean, you can have some objectivity, right, to some extent, but obviously, you're never going to be able to provide like a complete explanation, especially in a short video, and there's going to be context. You know what I mean? Like, context is also important. We're out of acid on Jai for the week. More to come, yeah. I couldn't be here today. I had stuff to do, so, but at least I'm glad you guys got it done. Does killing people while rifting not count? It does. Killing people in general, yeah. Killing people in general gets you ranking points. But there's no like multiplier bonus in rifts, and most people don't rift nowadays, so like the Abyss is the main source. And you can just like keep grinding in it. This group has pretty good DPS. Pretty good. I mean, much better than I thought, considering there's a 600k ranger. This whole group is 600k? What? Is this normal mode? Did I fuck up? Nah, surely not. Thanks for the full yummy setup. Appreciate it. I mean, I guess I'll see with the amount of a deal the box takes. I mean, also mechanics, XD. Attracts the lowest common denominator? Yeah, pretty much. Which is why I'm just not gonna make one anymore. Good for numbers. Oh yeah, I mean the Chili's video did great, right? It made me like more money than any other videos I've ever made. And that's why I'm never gonna make one again. Because if it did, it means that it played into the type of shit that I want to avoid making. Is better format to provide information? Yeah, precisely. I mean, the content creation shtick is like very easy, and if I wanted to play into it, like I would be making significantly more money and getting more views and so on and so forth. But I precisely want to avoid that shit. So, thanks but no thanks. Hello, Sephiroth. Holy mother of body blocking. Oh, this guy's going to activate the platform a bit earlier. I would not. Right. Okay. What the? I got robbed. That's fucked up. If you want to make a tier list, put it through in the middle of the video. Nah, I'm just going to like... I'm just going to just like tackle a different format entirely. Rubber banded, yeah. That is fucked up. The game was like, nah, actually I think you died here. Not to be that guy. We need that classic emote. Oh yeah, the one with the bird. Okay. You know why I don't have classic cast form as an emote? Because sometimes we talk about like AION classic and stuff like that. And it just gets confusing when you're talking about like a classic MMO server. And that stupid fucking bird keeps fucking popping up. Make it all caps. I guess, yeah. I guess that could work. Yeah. How does the space-time rift works? Every 3 hours there's a rift that spawns. You take it. And then you can stay on the enemy camp for 1 hour. Oh no, this is hard mode. I guess we just have a lot of DPS with 600k. Very cool. Did you fix this? I actually looked at it and it's... I don't know why. It's in the proper folder, so I don't know why it's not working. But I was out for like a part of the day, so yin now. I prioritized working on other stuff. I just had a quick look at it and I was like, well, it's supposed to work, so I'm gonna die, aren't I? Yep. This is working for me? Yeah, this is hard mode. I've just gone this one. This is a one sword angle. Don't get baited, guys. Do not go into the bad sword. Yep, there it is. Why does this boss fight remind me of the Valandra fight in Neverwinter? Well, I don't know what that is, but I'll take your word for it. Hello, just found it on YouTube. I have a question. Do you plan on playing global or do you want to keep playing on Taiwan, Korea? Yep, I was playing on global. I want to get out of the Taiwan jail, but NCSoft won't allow me to do it. They keep pushing back the fucking release date. But yes, I will be playing on global. Okay, also cast form question. I meant to ask, are you named after the Pokemon? Or am I missing something? Would you say it's possible that EU Pogs blacklist Chenner? Nah. Chenner is fine. Genuinely, Chenner is fine. Yes? Alright, alright. I got my answer. Very cool. Nah, he's staying on Taiwan. Yeah, certainly. What do you do before weekly reset? Can you please sum up the most important stuff? Seasonals. Honestly, seasonals are the most important ones. Because they are the only one that are... 2 filler stones, okay. Seasonals are the only one that are like time sensitive. So like the seasonal quests, right? And then just make sure you don't cap on energy. And get all of your weekly stuff, like the weekly ODL crafts and so on and so forth. And everything else is like... depending on how much time you have. Like, do as much dungeon as you can. Do your sanctuaries as well. Sanctuaries are important. These are weekly too. Doesn't feel bad because you're in the... I think behind. No, it doesn't, Adarin. Like, sunk cost fallacy in MMO is something that people need to get rid of in order to enjoy games. Genuinely. Did I learn stuff and did I have fun while playing on Taiwan? Yes. I didn't waste my time. And I'm going to be able to get into global with a whole lot of knowledge, which I wouldn't have if I didn't play here. So, you know. This looked most like old Kangel gates in Lost Ark, but somehow the bosses are a mix of Kangel gates. Yeah, actually someone else said that earlier. I haven't played much of Lost Ark either, so yeah, no. Do you use any macros for damage skills? Yeah. I have a macro that basically like spams this line, and then I have a mouse macro that holds NMB. To just like spam this and weave with this, and everything else is just manual for me. Why does the boss raid look easy? This is not a raid, it's a dungeon. Lost Ark, who even plays that game? True. Oh yeah, by the way, cast form is do you know if Stoops is gonna be playing this again? Because like, I mean, some stuff happened to him in real life, right? I haven't really followed too much, but after that, I've just been answering the call to do the normal mode Cleric stuff. But I haven't seen him I haven't seen him like mention that he's going to be coming back, so I am wondering if we will eventually get the clear for the boys or not. Next 2-3 days? Alright, fair enough. Gotcha. Tomorrow's League Classic? Ah, I see. Watching the avatar later? Yeah, that's fair. That is fair enough. Video has a big event. Yeah, so something about their like yearly important event, right? Again, video is not a game that I have followed too much, but I do know about that. Any solo dungeons in this game? Not really. I mean, the early ones, yeah, but there's a lot of like mechanic that requires a whole group to get through. And these motherfuckers need to like not stand on top of the swords. Okay. And self-correcting gaming. Other MMOs didn't quite have the same approach, yeah. I mean, from what I've seen, Lost Ark overall looks like a really fucking solid game, and I do regret that I haven't touched it at all. But you know, it is what it is. What mouse are you using? Corsair Scimitar, the 12-button one. Which mine broke like 2 days ago, so I had to buy a new one. XD. He gets hyped really easily when new Juiced events released. Yeah, fair enough. I mean, again, as I said, he just seems like an honest to god, just like a video game player. You know what I mean? So you dodged a bullet, nah. MMOs are all about getting the fun that you can get out of them without getting like sunk cost fallacy and then like continuing to play when you're not having fun anymore. You know what I mean? So you only get stuck in a bad situation if you do that. It was a good bullet. Ah yes, delicious bullet. MMO mics are weird to me. It was weird to me at first as well, but you get used to it. Also, like playing AION2, it was kind of mandatory. Because like AION2 was a fucking 70 skills game, right? I regret Arcade and Lost Ark falling off. Arcade had the best feature I've ever seen in MMO. Ah yes, that sounds like the type of stuff that you would never see in a modern MMO. Razor Journey in 2010, 150 was yeah. AION2 is definitely the game that pushed me into the dark side eventually. Although I initially started with a Razor Naga Hex, you know, the one with the 6 circular button. Man, that button layout was great. Honestly, genuinely my favorite button layout of all time. 7,000 hour. First mechanics, etc. I mean, Simplu, the West got Lost Ark like 4 years after release, right? You do have to keep that in mind, so. Like, AION2 has been out for 8 months. So, let them cook a bit. Let them cook. On like both the PvE difficulty and QOL. They have been on a good path overall. Is Cleric, how is Cleric compared to AION2? It has a lot of similarities, but I mean, ultimately, AION2 and AION2 are just very different games. Like, some stuff is going to feel familiar, but ultimately, both games play very differently. I mean, just on the healing side, for example, none of the heals in AION2 are targeted. All of them are either AoE or automatically targets the lowest health player. And also, Cleric very much has a like involved DPS rotation in every scenario. Remove blocks from melee champs and also really like ally support. Yo, I would take a block cast form. I'm gonna be dead ass. I'll take a block every day of the week. I think Sword of Legends Online 33 at PC MMO Gaming in Evolution. I'm trolling a bit. Unfortunately, I do not have that reference. I can't say I know that game. And that Sork is straight up dying to everything. Micro questions have on Chandler, Martians and Right Heat Wave. You reckon no CC is applied. I'll read your question after this. I don't think I'm understanding what you're asking here. Well, there's not a question mark, so I don't know if this is a question. Oh, there's more after that. Hold up. Bro, why? You were going to the melee. Why did you change your mind? Brother. Alright, surely we got this. I mean, they're right next to each other. Come on. But this one is already almost dead. There we go. Do not stack with the funny guy. Alright. If you played 7.x onwards, it's not that different. Well, that's the thing, Akron. I precisely did not play 7.x onwards. But fair enough. They did remove shock cooldown in half and a bunch of stuff like that, actually, yeah. Now that you mention it, I remember reading about that. Does Dark Crush activate instead? Okay, you know what, Troy? I'm gonna look at your question after this, so I can give it proper thought. What server are you playing? Exclamation mark server. I'm on Nîmes, Asmo, on Taiwan. What's your opinion on the founder pack? They're not worth buying. And if you want to play early access, just get the just get the cheapest one, and then use the rest of the money to buy stuff you actually give a shit about. Okay. It's a bit more fun here. We'll have a lot of pressure on them too. I mean, I'm gonna be honest, cast form. Honestly, what I would like to see is for them to remove block and evasion from the game and just give a manual block to every class. I think it's both for PvE and PvP, it would be a lot healthier of an approach. You know what I mean? I played a bit of AION2 in the beta thing. Point channel, just stick to Cleric this time. I mean, every class is doing great in the current state of balance. Like early on, the balance was very wacky, but it's a lot better now. Will play on any servers? I'm going to play on EU. I'm from France. Hello, C9. Keeping current founders 25 is almost 2 months of sub. Yeah, I think for the majority of the player base, just not grabbing early access and just spending the money on like subs, battle passes, and skins that you give a shit about is just going to be more worth it. Like the 5 days just is not going to give you anything. People are losing their mind over nothing. How is channel on that matter? Every class, the thing, Euro, every class has a baseline DPS rotation, including supports, and every class is pretty similar in how like that DPS rotation works. Now, if you mean in PvP, Channer is doing a bit better than Cleric in solo PvP because Channer actually has solid CC and pressure, which Cleric kind of lacks. But on the flip side, Cleric performs a lot better than Channer in group PvP. You know what I mean? So that's kind of the trade-off here. Like Cleric is straight up OP in group PvP. Will you perhaps make a guild? I would be interested. No, I won't. When it comes to interacting with my community, I'm going to leave it to Discord and Twitch chat. All right, let me answer your question now. Yeah. All right, so you have Chanter, Marchiton's Wrath, Heatwave Blow, Dark Rush in the in-game macro, but no CC is applied to activate Heatwave Blow. Does Dark Rush activate instead? And once a CC is applied, does Heatwave Blow interrupt Dark Rush? And once you use Heatwave, you finish off your Dark Rush? Yes, that's how it works, Troy. That is how it works. In other words, we smell and he doesn't want to play with us. Now, I just don't want to deal with the logistics. Considering, like, legions in this game do nothing. Like, they're basically just glorified friends list. I just don't want to deal with the logistics of a community guild and the drama and so on and so forth. Like, I have other stuff to do. I think combos are completely different for AION1 as well. It's kind of more generic in a way. It's kind of built like, I don't know if you played past 5.1x Hero. It's kind of similar to the custom skill chains. But yeah, also obviously because there's less skills, a lot of the effects and so on and so forth are merged. A lot of the skills that were like, you know, reapplicable buffs and so on and so forth from AION1 became passives, like stuff like that. Never meet your fan base. Look at how Minecraft YouTubers ended. I mean, it's not even that. It's just there's no point in doing it other than just like giving me more work for something that is not going to help anybody. You know what I mean? Like, again, as I said, if you need to talk to me, you can do that on Twitch and I'm probably going to answer you. Or if I'm offline, you can ping me on Discord and I'm going to be able to answer you, right? Like, I don't need a guild to do that. Thanks for the attention. Yeah, no problem. Quick question, what is your macro on Cleric? Just this right side is the in-game macro, and my mouse macro uses this and holds LMB as well to weave in between these, and all of that I just use manually. You can put more into the macro, like amplification and stuff like that, for example, but I do like to have some sort of like control over these myself, so that's why I just separate those. You do work on YouTube in here, so what else can be expected? Yeah, I'm only one man. I'm doing a lot, so you know, like managing a community guild and so on and so forth would be a bit much on top of that, and it would not help anybody. In combos AION1, you could fuck the whole opponent rotation skills if you CC that. Yeah, AION2, I mean, AION2's PvP is not deep. AION2's PvP is not deep, it's not very competitive. And broadly speaking, the game is not built around its PvP, like, I will tell you that much. It's fun, it's a nice side thing to do, and you have some progression stuff tied to it. But broadly speaking, the game is PvE first, and the PvP is not meant to be sweaty or very skill intensive. Not at all. And that's honestly by design. Not that deep, quite fast food? Yeah, exactly. It's like very low stake, just like plug and play. Just have your fun and leave it there, you know. Very similar to Throne and Liberty, right? I would say the PvP in AION2 is still better, because it's a lot less restrictive. Like Throne, you had to wait for events and stuff like that. It was really fucking cringe. And it's not as okay. Like in Throne, you needed a guild to do PvP like at all, right? In AION2, it's very plug and play. Small scale works, and the large scale is faction v faction, right? So you can just hop in and have fun, right? So it's lower stakes, low investment, more fun, and proper progression tied to it. Like broadly speaking, right? And then in terms of the fighting itself, I would still say AION2 is overall better, because like Throne and Liberty was purely rock paper scissor, right? And the building, like the game was very build centric as well, in the sense that if you meet the build that counters you, like that's GG's, right? AION2 is a lot more, everyone is kind of building the same, and then matchup plays a part, but you know, it's a mix of like how invested you are into your PvP gear, and how well you have built your character versus just getting a build that counters you. We do not night PvP without a guild. Yeah, but Crashfist, there was fucking no one. Like, at best, you could do like Sorodoma or what was the name of the other one? Shadow Crypt, and then the third one was Crimson Manor, I think it was, for the chests. But you would encounter like full guilds just camping the chests. You know? So if you go solo, like you're not really doing anything. Top and you often found no enemies. Yeah, that's the other thing. Like, the thing with Throne's PvP is you needed a guild to do fucking anything. And if you were in the top guild, no one was fighting you. You got no game on Riftstones, Boonstones, because no one was launching on you. The castle, if you had the castle was defending itself because the chokes were too powerful. And on the open world PvP side, no one was contesting your chests, right? So, and then on the arc bosses, you were just meeting either shit guilds or people just gave up and left the server, right? And if you were in a mid-core or shit guild, you got more fights, but you had to deal with the fact that you were playing with actual morons in your guild, which means that you were possibly losing and there's nothing you could do about it. And you were just getting like no loot. So like, basically it's either you got loot and you had everything, but you got no game, or you got some game, but you had to play with dipshits and you got no loot, right? So it was just kind of a lose-lose. It got a bit better when they introduced the Abyss Stones, right? Because you could just like freely launch on people, but even then, like, yeah. And then on the other side, the only PvP that you could spam in Throne was Arena, like the 3v3 arenas. But because Throne's PvP was so dog shit in terms of balance, it was terrible. Like, basically, if you didn't play one of 3 classes, you were not allowed to do arenas. And if you did, all of the matches just played the same, constantly. And a lot of it involved, okay, I'm mana burning the DPS now. Spam your attacks. Wow, he has no mana now. He can't play the game. Isn't it funny, teehee? Fuck me. Oh, you can play an MMO where you got everything and morons. Yes, best 6 months of my life. Would never recommend. Yeah. Arena and Throne was better than AION2 PvP from the format. Honestly accurate, and I'm saying this as someone that climbed up to Imperator in both Season 1 and Season 2, because that was literally the only fucking thing you could do in this game. Outside of like the 5 minutes of gameplay you got per day, right? So I went through the CBT of climbing on Imperator on non-meta classes on both seasons, and I did not have fun, right? Like, it was just always the same shit, dude. Every match is played the same, and then if you got unlucky with your matchmaking, with like a group having healer versus not, and like, dude, when you played on the poison map, if your group didn't have a what was the name of SNS Greatsword? Crusader, right? If your group didn't have a Crusader, but the other group had, you might as well fucking go AFK. You know what I mean? Like, I'm getting a fucking brain tumor just thinking about this shit, dude. Like, no, it was not better. I'm sorry. Like, okay, AION's arenas are dog shit, but the reason why AION's arenas are dog shit isn't because it's strictly worse than Throne. It's because they give no rewards in a game that actually has content on the PvP side that has rewards. You know what I mean? Throne, the reason why Throne's arena worked is because it didn't give you shit, but nothing in the game gave you shit. You know what I mean? So, you know, like, you just did it because that's the only thing you could do. At least the war game's been one of the best MMO PvP mechanics. Was it, Taishin? Was it? Was it really? Oh, guys. Alright. I planified for this week. Look, guys, look at the calendar. Okay, on Wednesday, from 6 p.m. to 6 p.m. 14, I was able to get a match against this random guild that you've never heard of before. It's the only one that answered us, because the other ones are too busy jacking their big old dick off. And then you go there, right, and you do your war games, and it's always lopsided. One of the guild is always getting fucked, which means that no one is having fun. And then you spend all of that time and there's no rewards. You know what I mean? How many MMOs do you have where you can properly set up a large-scale lobby? I mean, if you mean in that sense, sure, but... okay, the problem I have with war games, and... okay, at the end of the day, you can choose to agree with me on that or not. The thing with war games is, inherently, is it cool that it existed? Yes. But I will always prefer a game that is properly built around an endgame loop that rewards you for doing shit, rather than having a side game mode that only a small portion of the population will care about, that you have to initiate yourself, and that doesn't give you anything. Like, I don't know if you see what I mean, right? Like, okay, you know what? Battlegrounds and Throne and Liberty were pretty good. They were far from perfect, right? But those were pretty decent. Once they introduced these, that was a good first step. The problem with Battlegrounds and Throne is that it took them too long to implement them, number one. Number two, it took them too long to have more variety in the game modes. It took them too long to have ranked. And the game mode in itself had like a decent amount of problems. But overall, it was still pretty good. And hello, person with a Korean name. You had the mount in arena, but you had to keep ranking till the end of the season. Yes, CHS. Okay, you know what was fucking okay. We need to talk for a second. Can NCSoft please just implement decay on everything that fucking has rankings? Can we stop having non-decay based rankings in your MMO games? Please? It's dog shit. Please. Like, in Throne, the lack of decay in Arena made it super toxic. Because if you waited too long within the season to do your arenas, your queue was dead. Because people just spammed Arena on the first 2 weeks, got to Imperator, and then never queued again. Because you were actively getting punished for queuing. Because there was no decay, right? Number one. AION2, why is there no decay on all of AION2's rankings? Why? There's no reason. Like, I don't know why NCSoft doesn't do decay. Also, I guess there's only 15 minutes left. I can just go in the Abyss, I guess. Yeah, sure, why not? We'll roam the Abyss a bit. Arenas and AION2 are well bait. Arenas and AION2 right now are just useless. Like, they're useless because they give no rewards at all. What does DK mean? Donkey Kong. No, it means I mean, DK, like D-E-C-A-Y, in the sense that every day or every week, all of the rankings, like for example, the Abyss ranking, right? Let's say every day you lose like 10% of your points. So you have to constantly keep going for the content to maintain your ranking. Because the problem with DK less rankings is that people just get at the rank they want and they never queue again, which kills the queues and it kills the content, right? That's the thing. That's the main problem right there. It was the problem with Arenas and Throne, and it is the problem with Arenas in AION2. You could never play, but yeah. We need some Donkey Kong in AION2, hell yeah. Your Donkey Kong stream when? We need to ask the right questions. Oh, it's this guy. Damn. You got fucked because before I could do anything. Dogging me rude. I didn't even have time to touch you, dude. You died too fast. I'm sorry to say. You lost this 1v1 fair and square. True, when variety stream. I will be streaming different stuff on like my usual off days, but right now I'm using the off days to like work on the YouTube videos, right? So for now I'm locked in, right? I'm locked in with the global release and so on and so forth, but once global has settled a bit, I will be doing some variety stuff on off days. What? We play Donkey Kong now? Yeah, man. You guys are not ready for my DK64 speedrun era. Waiting for a bit, waiting for you. Right. But yeah, I mean, ultimately PvP in this game is more so like just a fun side thing. So it's not that serious, but yeah. Would be nice because introducing DK into the Abyss ranking would also help with people who want to like catch up with ranking mid-season. Because right now with the pilots and everything, it's just fucking stupid. People get like unreachable amounts of ranking points. Whereas, you know, with DK, the more points you have, the more you lose, obviously, right? So it would help a bit. And thanks for the follow, Ghost King. 20. Nah, you're good, bro. So I guess I'll use these, sure. Where's the T? There it is. This region, it would just cause them to play pilots more. I mean, yeah, obviously, but... I mean... The thing with the pilots is it's a different problem. The pilots are farming bots, and the reason why they can farm bots is because bots are able to get rankings from killing monsters. They need to remove ranking points from killing monsters. Do you think Abyss would be almost dead without the bots like in AION2? I don't think it would be dead. But I do think they would need to like bring in more stuff to get people into them more regularly. I do think the potential stone stuff should not be direct drop from monsters. It should be either repeatable quests, or they should take like the Eye of Tamaranta approach with like chests and stuff like that. Or global will be even more abused. I mean, hopefully not. Ultimately, they just need to change some of the systems. Characters with 0 kills and 3,000 deaths should not give ranking points, just absurd. I mean, at the end of the day, killing monsters should not give you ranking points. Like, it's really that. It's just that simple, right? And the Abyss should not be giving unbound Kina and unbound golds. I haven't logged on Taiwan for a while. There's the mini bots they were claiming. Taiwan is the Wild West. Like, bots are not getting banned at all. I mean, maybe a little bit. Oh, it's this guy. Yo, come back. Come back, you little bitch. Come back. Yeah, you're sealed. That's right. Hey, how good is this character? Oh, you do have some gear, actually. Look at that. Well, you do 400 DPS, though, so there's that. Yo, can I play, by the way? Thanks. I love Gladiator. I guess you play accuracy, because I'm not really seeing you block me much. If at all, actually. Yeah. I guess you do have accuracy. That's crazy work. So can you get rooted, please? Just once. Damn, look how good Acheron is at the game. Yeah, man. I mean, I guess Acheron is actually properly chaining stuns. I mean, at least I'm assuming he is, right? So, you know, just comes to show that even with high ping, Gladiator kind of fucks, right? I could die from that. Never mind. Oh, whoops. Could have used this earlier. I could die from that even though I have proper resources, but yeah, no. We're gonna go down there because I don't like these mobs very much. Thank you for following me. Yo, is this fun yet? Yeah, I mean, the only reason why he hasn't killed me yet is because XD Foreigner, to be honest. Never ending fight. He can kill you can't even damage him. Yeah, that's kind of the Cleric shtick, right? You are able to survive, but because you don't CC, like, people will always be able to life leech back on you. You know what I mean? That's the problem right there. Well. Can clear the Cleric unless you burst them. He would be able to kill me if he had good ping. Like, that's the thing, right? He's gotten close pretty, like, a decent amount of time, actually. But because he has high ping, obviously he's not able to, like, get the burst in. Like, he should have been able to kill me, right? Ranger will begin soon. Balance of the clan challenge. Regarding the hidden condemnation skill. Yeah, I mean, the condemnation nerf was honestly very predictable. To be fair, right? We had it coming. The cleric buff was a bit too much last week. Your seal stone is actually working fairly decently, surprisingly. I can't say I've gotten sealed this much by seal stone in a long time. Terror got nerfed? Yeah, pretty heavy nerf to condemnation actually. So this still works. That's interesting. He's invuln. Brother. Like that's the whole problem, right? Like I am able to sustain and I'm able to tank like by hold my defiance in a little bit, but I am able to deal damage too. Like I'm actually doing like fairly decent damage on him. But the main problem is that just because I don't have CC, I'm not able to get a window to finish him off. And because he does CC me, he's able to just life leech back like consistently the damage I'm dealing. Well, he has his damage reduction, but whatever. It doesn't really matter at this point. They're gonna fight until maintenance. Yeah, I think that's the idea right now. Alright, waiting 2 seconds. Use chills. What's the most useful Theostone, best looking Theostone for you? Best looking, I think, is up. I do like the attack speed reduction one. Hey, I'm paralyzed. Look at that. Yo, the paralysis tech, is he gonna give me off of paralysis? Nah. And overall, it's gonna be paralysis and seal. Like, these two are the best ones. He's blocking. What is your resist percent? It's not that high because I'm not leaning into willpower. It's like above 100%, but not by much. I do have to use this. My bolt cooldown. How could you? Oh, he probably paralyzed me. He could kill me on this actually. I'm gonna just use this for the HP regen, just to survive this potentially. I just need to hold off for use skills. I did have time to use it. Oh, I should be able to survive this though. Yeah. How long till maintenance? 4 minutes? Are we gonna be doing this for 4 more minutes? I think he's done. Yeah, okay. Very cool. You attacked first. I mean. Hello, Asylon. Thanks for the host. Congratulations on your normal mode Clerics. Ew. Hard mode when? Just came to say hi, and hi you said. But yeah, kind of case in point with the whole 1v1 Cleric stuff. Like, it's pretty much textbook what I said, right? You are able to sustain, but you don't have reliable CC, which means you can't really pin people to finish them off, but they can pin you to restore the damage they dealt on you. That's the problem right there. AION1 was way quicker. I mean, AION1 also had some long fights, depending on the matchups. Like, it's more so the fact that because AION2 cooldowns are so short, on top of the CDR procs and the life leeching, etc., etc., if a fight is long, it's probably never going to end, because of the essence of the reason why it's long, you know what I mean? A fight being long in AION1, like, typically you can figure out a path to eventually get there. AION2, if the fight is long, it's because of life leeching. And it's because of like the infinite cooldowns. How long will be the maintenance? I think it's like 5.5 hours. First week of AION2 will have a very normal short fight. I'm assuming they're going to adjust the TTK for global, because if they keep the current TTK, but without gear, the fights are never gonna end. What's the best PvP partner for a healer? Oh, I mean, anything that like fills in the blank, right? So anything that has like good CC and pinning and damage potential, right? Like Gladiator is good, Sorg is good, SM is good, right? Damn, bro just died. Ranger or Sin, yeah. Ranger is also pretty good, yeah. Although Ranger is not as good as he used to be because of the knockback nerfs and so on and so forth, but partner with the wall at AION2. I mean, broadly speaking, Cleric is just good if you pair it with anything other than another Cleric. XD. Did it? By the way, if I missed anything in chat while me and Akiran were sparring in the mud, feel free to ask again. I was trying to keep up, but you know, I couldn't let Akiran kill me. That would be a fucked up thing to do. What would you say is better between Temple and Channer for solo duo roaming in current patch? Honestly, both are pretty good. I mean, Channer right now in 1v1 PvP has the advantage of having like a really good anti-heal and like really good long-range pressure. But I would say the Templar Stonks has been rising too. So, yeah. I would say Channer is like very underestimated in PvP though. Could buff cleric damage more so we can run 9 clerics and 1 tank every raid. Well, I mean, cast form, why would you want a tank? Fucking 10 clerics, fuck it, we ball. I think so, follow CHS. Better range damage as well, looks kind of fun, yeah. I mean, I've run into channels that were like dark crushing me for 15k a pop, and they dark crushed like several times a second with 20-meter range. And when they open up the dark crush window, they stun you and put a healing reduction on you. Alright. It's time to pull up the patch notes. And thanks for follow Wild and Moodiness. 10 hours maintenance? It's like 5.5 hours. Surely Gladiator buffs. I don't think Gladiator got touched this week, did it? Alright, let me just grab the notes real quick. Let's see. Can Gal either. You mean Chanta versus Gladiator? It's a bit of a rough matchup for sure. Although I would assume that Gladiator would get through Channer eventually. I mean, that's assuming that the Channer doesn't use his block like the most optimally, right? Because obviously if Channer uses his block like optimally to wait out Defiance, it's probably possible to like draw out the fight. But I do agree in the sense that I don't know if Channer can kill Gladiator at all. Because I think Gladiator is always going to be able to like out-sustain Channer. Alright, let's see. Should be this, right? More sustain and more DPS in direct fight, yeah. Which is crazy, right? Crazy though, yeah. Life-stealing blade is just insane, man. I mean, you saw with Akiran, right? Like, even with high ping, Akiran was able to self-sustain the damage I was doing to him. And he was not even landing every CC. Alright. I see UI improvement notes. Let's see. Boom. These are pretty long notes, actually. The CM hole stuff wasn't that big. Okay, so, content and system, character changes. Character change features allow to immediately access your character. without going through the lobby. Oh, really? So you can log into an ult without logging out? Is that what that means? That's pretty cool. Yeah, that's pretty cool. Yeah, nice. Show a screenshot of it. Yeah, on the CM hole, I guess. I guess I just missed that completely. Ah, yes, they have changed the appearance of normal fluffies into snow fluffies. Very important, chat. What class would you recommend playing? Twink. I am main Cleric Chantage. You mean as an old Sunni? I mean, you can play anything. Like, if you want to do dungeons on it, playing support is going to get your groups easier. And if you want to, like, build it up to be able to farm in the Abyss, Ranger is going to do it easier. But otherwise, it doesn't matter. Alright, class changes. I'm going to go through these after. I'm going to look at the other patch note changes. So Abyss. Yeah, that's just like matchmaking stuff as usual. Although, as far as I know, most of the matchmaking didn't change. At least my server basically got nothing new. Okay, nice. They're putting the dimensional keys visible in the Sugar Fiesta menu. That's good. Can you link the notes? Yeah, I can. Just do that for you. There you go. Didn't make I think we are still matched against Narnia. I'm pretty sure. Bring two Cleric into channel also fine. I mean, yeah, you can go for that. And global, will you play Cleric? I'm most likely going to be playing Templar, specifically because of the problem I just displayed, right? I do like Cleric overall, and I do love playing Cleric in group PvP, but I do want to be able to play a class that's going to be more fun in 1v1 PvP. So that's why I'm probably going to be playing Templar. Alright, season missions, trial dungeons will be added into... Okay, that could be interesting. Depends on what they put on it. If it's just like, you get 200 AP and 1 self-res stones, who gives a shit? But that could be nice. Pet auto-looting. So it's going to be... We saw it in the CM hole earlier. That's going to be 3 million Kina every 30 days. To make it so your pet automatically loot for you. I mean, it's not that big of a cost, but... The question, I guess, is why? You know, like, I don't think this feature was needed. And, like, if you're going to implement it, you might as well just make it a default thing, but... Okay, sure, dude. Does anyone still use the skills that activate when you stagger a boss anymore, or able to change the keybind Defiance, whatever you want? Yes, you can change the keybind of Defiance, Troy, and most classes don't use the stagger skill. And thanks for Pat Duke. I do still use the stagger skill on Cleric when I'm progging Sanctuary with the CDR reset spec to get my resurrection back faster. Like, specifically just for that. But other than that, no. And thanks for the photo, Red and Tetrix. Milled some Kina from bot, I guess. Yeah, I mean, I suppose. Is Sork fun in PvP? Yes, Sork is excellent right now. When are they fixing sugar.gg? I don't know. Alright, UI improvements. Skill tooltips. Specialized skill information tooltip displayed when hovering skills in the HUD and skill window will be modified from flowing text to line breaks. Okay, that's good. It's minor, but that's good. Expedition Transcendence room list will be improved so that a pop-up displaying detailed information about the corresponding room participants is displayed when clicking on entry. Pop-up displaying detailed information about the corresponding room participants. Okay, so I guess if you click on the group, the dungeon group thing, you're just going to see like eye level and CP and so on and so forth without having to look at each members individually now, right? I'm guessing this is what that means, which I guess is good. What is the most optimal thing to do? Get to 45 stronger dungeons from Arcana's expedition first. AION, I'm going to be making videos on that, but personally, I'm going to get every character to 22 first to gather Odile, and then rush my main to 45, and then do the open world content. I mean, yeah, actually, yeah, bots just macro in the F key, so they don't even need that. What do you think is going to be best 1v1 PvP class? I mean, balance is always subject to change, but it's Right now it's a lot closer than it used to be. I still think Gladiator is probably like the best right now. Like if you had to pick like one class to be the best 1v1, it's probably Gladiator. Let's see. Transparent map, shortcut key. Okay, that's good. Background, the lock buttons improve size, not displaying when transparent map is locked. Okay. Object name transparent filter when improved to match the nameplate color. Okay. So this is the event. So basically this event is going to give you like tokens when you run dungeon and transcendence. And you're going to be able to exchange these tokens for lava heart armor selection boxes. I think you can only get one actually. Yeah, once per server during the period. So you're going to be able to get one piece of lava heart gear with the event. And then after that, you can use this to just get extra stuff. Yes, like Arcana card crystals, content reset ticket boxes, enhancement stones, pet boxes, pet crystals, and these are the accessory mana stones, right? Yeah. Only one, yeah. I mean, hey, it's a freebie. Can't be complaining. Like, this is the current endgame gear, right? So it's pretty decent. Extra Stigma Shard, yeah. We're also getting a double Stigma Shard for the duration of the event. Okay. Anything else other than the event stuff? Okay, we're getting another new pass. Oh, we get a premium pass again. Let's see. What is this one gonna give? I guess it's another Odile energy pass. The other pass was done. Ah, okay, I see. So they're just like adding a replacement Odile energy pass. Is this new event? Yeah, the event is the one with the chaos fragments to get the lava heart armor. Weapon and guard is all for lava heart? No, it's armor only. Specifically, basically just the dungeon gear. What do you need to do? You just get fragments from running dungeons, like both Conquest and Transcendence. My Lego fast ran out? God damn. Well, you know what to do. I actually have a Lego fast sponsorship coming. I mean, beyond just that. So I'll try to see if I can get some codes for people too. Let's see. By controlling and improve to allow retrying during the process. Okay, yeah, so you're going to have a retry button on the trials, which is good. It's good. Good thing. Because right now, most people, like, they just disband and just leave it at that. Card items, the auto energy pop-up is improved. Another earliest expiration date. Okay, that's pretty minor. Smite only rolling on cloak. Smite rolls on the headpiece as well. Multi-selection material. Okay, so you're able to select all in material transmutation. Thank God for that. I mean, I will give them that. The material transformation UI is finally usable now. Like, thank you. It was dog shit, and now it's finally usable. Lego Fast still has that built-in DPS meter? Yep, still does. Store. Okay. Yeah, so you can't buy doubles anymore. Okay. Yeah, so automatic deletion of people from your block list when they server transfer, I guess. Great trial dungeons, okay. I'm guessing from the shop, yeah. Is it on par with the Chinese one? It's accurate. I will say that, again, because I'm doing a sponsorship, I actually checked if the Lagofast was accurate. It's actually 100% accurate now. So, yeah, it works fine. Environment settings, network status display option. Next, what latency status view applied environment. Wait, what? Whoa, hold up. Well, that's probably not good for us. Oh no. Oh no. Alright, so for anyone that doesn't read, they're adding an option to see your ping, which is a good thing. We're gonna have an in-game way to see our ping now. You're also gonna be able to see the group members' ping. Oh boy. Okay. Alright, well, surely nothing bad is going to come out of that, right? I can already see it. I just joined the group. The milk has high latency, and I get kicked. Yo, Kryptonic, thanks for the prime. Appreciate it. Enjoy the emotes. That's crazy. That is vile. Like, I get showing your own ping, but showing your group's ping? What is the purpose of this outside of like gatekeeping people? Oh man. Okay, well, I mean, okay, guys. Calm down. Glass half full. Okay, let's look at the positive of this. They add this. People start to understand, wait, ping discrepancy is like kind of a big deal in this game, and then NCSoft fixes ping discrepancies, right? That's gonna happen, right? Yeah. So trash. Chenta is not trash. Holy shit, dude. Chenta is not trash. People are drama queens. Bro, I have 200 ping. I'm fucked. Like, these fucking Taiwanese, they're gonna be like, look at this fucking guy. Get him out of here. Now you won't get flamed for playing bad. Bro, cast form. You won't even get to the part where you get flamed. You're gonna get kicked before you even get to the boss. Alright, well. That's interesting. You can now duel in the Legion hideout. Hey, that's neat. Can you allow dueling in dungeons, please? So we can duel people cross-server? Please? Please? Hey, Rostov. Who is going to get the name Milk first? I'm gonna be the one. I guess foreigners need to stick together more. I mean, we'll see. I mean, I'm gonna be spamming dungeons like literally tomorrow, so I guess we'll see how bad it is. Although people that have been like saying, dude, I fucked up because I have high ping, we're gonna be able to see if that's true now. Coming into Taiwan, I guess, yeah, there's some, I mean, Chinese have like 60, around 60 ping, right? I guess some people have up to 100, depending on where they live. Yeah. Spamming dungeons? That's what you think. You're not even gonna get to the dungeon. My god, bro. Okay, yeah, so just shortcut to get the instant clear tickets. You cannot enter Sugar Fiesta, Space-Time Rift, okay, pet exposure. Okay, so you're going to be able to hide pets now. Which, yeah, was needed. Surely they're not going to notice the difference between 16 and 160. About that. Also be negative for global. Yeah, I mean, if you want to have this kind of feature, like, okay, but please add some sort of ping equalization, because, brother, your game is way too ping reliant. I mean, I'm gonna be honest, I can already foresee it. They're adding this feature this week. Next week, something's gonna happen with this feature. I don't know what it's gonna be. I don't know if they're going to make it invisible for the rest of the group. I don't know if they're going to outright remove it. I don't know if they're going to finally react about ping being a problem, but something's happening next week. Like, that's my prediction right there. That's crazy, though. Being able to display the ping of your group is crazy. Bro, it's more toxic than a DPS meter, because this is basically like You don't even get into the content. You already know someone's gonna do shit DPS. On by default or not, bro. Even if it's not, people are gonna be turning that shit on like frame one. I'll tell you not, bro. Kieran, I think you're wrong. I think the people that will give a shit about it will turn it on, which that's the problem right there. Alright. Membership banner image display to left. Okay, that's minor. Screen message display when the pet understanding level of race increase. Again, not displayed. Okay. Change to red. All right. Yeah, this is just like old minor stuff. This is worse than DPS meter. It kind of is, yeah. Because the DPS meter, you kind of need to reach the boss and like do DPS for it to start being a problem. This is going to get you kicked even before you enter the dungeon. Yeah. People are gonna start putting ping requirements in group finders. Straight up. Like 30 or less. Double-digit ping or get out. Item use multi-section material. Okay. Stock Lobby Simulator V2. Alright, guys. Let's not lose our mind for now. Surely this is not gonna be as bad. It's gonna be as bad. Surely it's not gonna be as bad. Bro, I'm so fucking cooked. Minimum maximum value, some environment. Okay. I mean, all of this is kind of whatever. Okay. I guess it's time for the class updates. Probably won't matter for healers and photo bracket of endgame, but high brackets are definitely cooked regardless. Oh yeah, 100%. Bro, I'm gonna be honest. I'm worried about my ranger. Because my ranger is already like walking a fine line to be able to get into dungeons. Now it's over. It's so over. If you play a DPS, yeah, that's rough, buddy. Alright, so class changes. So for everyone, so CDR procs will not impact Defiance anymore. This is enough to like Ranger and Gladiator. This is a good thing, by the way. Alright, so these are going to be specific. We'll see those in the specific class, but basically like SM, Soak, Ranger are going to lose status effect resist. Long story short. Rainbow. No, Ranger is great. Ranger is great as a class, but Ranger with hyping, I mean any DPS with hyping sucks ass. And because my ult is a Ranger, like when people see that I have 200 ping, yeah, you know. Tenacity, Hibernation, Salvation, these are invulns. Okay. You were able to use it when paralyzed, healed, and feared. That's interesting. Alright, so food and drinks will not be dispellable anymore. So for all of you fuckers SMs in the chat, you're not going to be able to dispel the blue food anymore. Fuck you. Remove truck changes, hopefully bring a PvP balance. Rooms AION1 a bit more. Yeah. Like, being able to dispel the expensive basic food was like fucked up. Genuinely. Alright. Oh my goodness. Okay, so that's Temple, right? I think I saw from the CM old stuff that they are swapping fucking second skin and noble armor effects, right? So let's see. 5% is rolling effect 1.5, Fury effect 1.5. Okay, yeah. So basically the HP buff on template, that's going to be the one that's going to provide you with the offensive passive buffs. So this is what you're going to want to equip for PvE now. Yeah. So double armor is now purely defensive, so you're like, second skin, you're not using for PvE anymore. You're using noble armor now. And you also won't have to give a shit about having to use the buff. You just like, pop this at the beginning of the fight and you're good. I may have renewed my Slaggerfast sub too fast. Anti-AION2 uncleansable. I don't disagree. I mean, although they also need to do some, they also need to give some kind of counter to life leeching as well, if I'm gonna be honest. But you know, that's another topic. Alright, so shield of protection. 1 second to 1+1 second consecutive cast. Oh, interesting. Okay, so you get a second cast of this. Alright, so taunt. Taunt is getting nerfed. Yeah, so the torrent shred on the torrent shred on taunt is getting nerfed. But Templar is getting more ADPS. According to charge level? Okay. So more ADPS, less RDPS. In the group setting, I mean the punishment change is actually quite huge. Like this is big. Like these two changes are actually big. Yeah. So this is actually probably going to make up for this. So Templar is going to have a lot more ADPS now. For group in a vacuum. I think honestly both are like in a similar position in terms of RDPS. I guess the main difference is that Templar has more defensive tools for the group. But yeah, I mean, Templar stonks go up with this essentially. Alright, so that's Brawler. I still don't fucking know what this guy does. Consume all remaining rampage gauge. Okay, so whatever this is now consumes all of your gauge. Every 10% increase in concentration relation to maximum rage. PvE damage increased by 40%. Okay. Well, I understand we're killing an enemy with power. Alright. So this is just like a gauge dump now, I guess. That does like big dam. As far as I understand. I still don't know what this skill is, but I'm assuming that's what it is now. Particularly better for a group in a vacuum. I mean, yeah, I don't disagree, right? I mean, then again, both are really strong. Like, in terms of like PvE DPS, both Templar and Gladiator are just like incredibly strong right now. So either way, you're just kind of carrying both. But yeah, I don't disagree in the sense that Templar is like really, really good right now. Like, Templar is really, really good right now. I still think that for PvP, Gladiator is a bit better. But yeah, Templar is amazing. Before pushing 4 seconds was applied 2 seconds. Okay. More projectile speed on this. Okay. So you get a funny UI effects with like flames when you have frenzy active. Interesting. Rage recovery effect is that upon defeating an enemy. Interesting. Does Brawler have trouble farming trash right now? Because like both this and this kind of screams changes to help with farming trash. I mean, maybe I'm wrong, right? But like these kind of tell me that you're gonna be better at farming trash. So Ranger, Breath of Nature, critical hit res, change to basic. That was a spec, right? Hold on, Brawler feels a bit miserable. Yeah, okay. Base probability of triggering Great Nature is increased from 25 to 50%. That's the HP recovery thing, right? That's the chance to recoup health, right? The more chance to recoup health. First spec is changed to increase critical hit resist, removing damage over time status and immunity effects. And immunity effects. So I'm guessing this is just translation quirk. So I guess this just makes you immune. Like this removes dots and makes you immune to dot. Am I reading that right? Because if that's the case, that's kind of crazy. Yeah. Third spec, continuous damage removal, immunity effects change. Oh, they already had immunity effect. Well, hold up. Okay, this probably means something else then. Probably just a translation thing. 1 point. Ah, I see. Okay, okay, okay. Right. So they are nerfing the passive that gives you status effect resist on Ranger, but they are putting that status effect resist into Breath of Nature, basically. So you will get this. You will have the same CC resist, but you will have to have the passive active. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Okay. I see. I mean, I guess considering they nerfed the duration, it means that you're gonna have windows to be able to stun to CC ranges a bit better. So overall, still a nerf, but you know. Creep exclamation mark Discord in the chat. Why does Ranger get UD? Because there is no god. Alright, addition damage trigger distance condition is removed. PV damage increased by 10%. Additional damage trigger distance condition is removed. That's... Okay, so you don't... Oh, right, right. Okay. So I guess you just get the buff outright. I see. Okay. Yeah, so basically they're removing this and they're just like putting this as a default. I see, I see. That this one was this was a passive that dealt additional damage, right? With if you were at melee range, right? I think this was also the passive that gave you passive knockback. I think so, right? So I guess now the range doesn't matter for the damage, and it just like does more damage. I see. Okay. So Chenner. I mean, oh, and by the way, overall, I mean this is a bit polarizing. You might have better self-sustain, but overall Ranger is going to be easier to pin, basically. So overall, this could be a range. I don't know, because the health the health recovery effect on Breath of Nature is pretty good. So I'm kind of iffy on that between it being a nerf or like equal. Yeah, this is kind of whatever. This is more so like if you were not playing at melee, you're just doing the damage now. But I mean, it kind of looks like more of a nerf. I guess it depends on like I don't think the 25% are that like that big. So the shift of wealth in terms of the CC resist is probably just a nerf. 46 horsepower is more than 55. You mean for the status effect resist, right? I mean, yeah, but at the end of the day, the thing with Ranger is that if you built into willpower and everything, as a baseline, it just kind of took fucking nothing. But then again, it's not that big of a nerf, I guess. Like this is for 30, level 30, I'm assuming, right? Yeah. But then again, it's only 6 seconds when the buff is applied, as opposed to always. Yeah. I don't know. I think it's probably going to feel about the same overall. Like that range of change is probably just overall nothing changed. Alright, so Channer, Blessing of Protection. First spec effect is changed from increasing defense by 5% to increasing status effect resist by 10%. Right. That is a buff. That segment resistance increased to be changed to Wind's Promise. Really? Garden Blessing was not removed. Really? Wow. Okay. Correct me if I'm wrong. Wind's Promise is the passive they buffed that gives you crit damage boost now, right? Before I like comment on this. Yes, Lahu, for over 5 hours. And then swap stigmas. Yeah, but I'm not asking this for that. Isn't Wind's Promise the crit damage boost effect? Yeah, so this is quite big. This is quite big. Like, you're gonna be running, like, yeah, so you're gonna be running Blessing of Protection in PvE now. Because, like, I'm pretty sure at level 30, it's like an insane amount of crit damage boost, isn't it? Like, over 30%? So this is huge. Yeah, this is huge. So, like, this passive is, like, perma now. Like, this buff is perma now. Also, all of those PvE damage increases, like, holy shit. Like, between this and the nerf of Cleric, yeah, I mean, Chandler's gonna be fucking in PvE right now. Promise of the Wind damage gets increased. I mean, doesn't Promise of the Wind do both? Like, I think Promise of the Wind has a damage proc and also increases your crit damage boost, right? I think that's what it does right now. I don't think I'm mistaking it. So this is going to increase the crit damage boost, and the damage proc is going to be bigger now. Patches up. All right, say less. 21 gigs. Holy moly. Maybe just the buff to the damage. These, like, this specific wording is always targeted towards the effect. So yeah, I'm pretty sure this is going to be, yeah. So huge stonks for Channer in PvE, and you also get more status effect resist in PvP, I guess. Interesting. All right, so Cleric got nerfed, XDD3. 7% nerf on Condemnation, which is like 90% of your DPS, so XDD. Alright, so SM... That's Joint Strike, right? Charge state. Okay, yeah, so more damage on the charge level. Elemental Fusion, that's just a bug fix. Okay. Sork, what does Sork get? That's just bug fixes. Mental accuracy stats. Ooh. Ooh. Hold up. Okay, so Sork is getting more status effect chance, but less status effect resist. That's what I'm getting, right? That's interesting. I mean, Sork was already able to land CCs better, but now it's going to be even better. I mean, it's 6%, but 6% is 6%, right? And a 9% nerf on the status effect resist isn't going to be that massive. So it's kind of whatever. Look like Sin is in good spot, second wing, no change. I mean, Sin is strong right now. So if this is what they want Sin to be, then yeah, they don't really need to change anything. Okay, I guess that's it. Yeah, so overall, not a huge patch. Like, I would say the most notable thing is, honestly, the template change. I mean, I guess this change is actually like kind of the same as a Chanter. I guess they just want Chanter and Templar to be using their 5-minute buff now in PvE. I would say Templar stonks go up. Chanter stonks go up. Ranger stonks maintain. Same. Overall, Sork is probably the same, right? This is overall a good change for PvP, but it's not that big of a change, right? SM is nothing. Cleric nerf. It's actually a fairly significant nerf, by the way, because we don't use this, and this is 5%, but this only accounts for like fucking 5% of our DPS. This is 90% of our DPS right now, so it's actually going to be a fairly consequent nerf. Yeah. A huge buff for Channer. Huge buff. Yeah. Yeah, the big winners of this patch are Channer and Templar. I would say the biggest loser of this patch is probably Ranger. Yeah, because Ranger, this change is kind of milk toast, but also Visel is not going to reset Defiance anymore. Yeah. But I wouldn't say it's like a big loss or anything. Isn't that Bolt? Is that Bolt or is that Judgment Thunder? It might be Bolt, yeah. I mean, either way, you were already using these, but these don't really account for a huge part. It might be Bolt, yeah. It doesn't account for a huge part of the DPS, but it will be a buff. But it's going to be more than a nerf than it is a buff, right? So yeah, I mean, biggest loser is between Cleric and Ranger. Biggest winner is between Templar and Channer with this patch. And Assassin is untouched, rather. Biggest losers are foreigners. True! Biggest losers are foreigners because of... Was it below? Where was it? Yep, there it is. Oh, that's funny. How am I supposed to hide my 200 ping? You can't. People will see your poopy pants, and you will have them in full display. I missed the update. How's the Cleric doing? So Ranger got another big nerf. I wouldn't say it's another big nerf. It's just an adjustment to defines that was needed that impacts Ranger and Gladiator the most. Cleric is the biggest nerf this patch, but it was really predictable, if I'm gonna be honest. Like, the condemnation change was too good. Why is it in graphic optimization? Because this way you can remove the foreigners from your screen. That's graphical optimization. Wow, don't take that out of context. Holy shit. I'm surprised they didn't add the next boss. Yeah. It's honestly same. Like, I was fully expecting the next conquest. I played Channel Taiwan and want Ranger and Go Ball. Now Channel get buffed and Ranger get nerfed. Yeah. I mean, overall, I'm gonna be honest, when it comes to class balance right now, guys, it's pretty even. Like, sure, we have classes that are a bit better at certain things than others, and sure, like, I would say that the tanks are a bit too strong right now, but honestly, the current state of balance in the game isn't terrible. It used to be so much worse. Like, it's honestly not too bad. Like, if you pick anything, you're not gonna be hard stuck hating your life right now, I would say. Lizard cancelled. Oh no. I will be kicked by current players because ping display. Yes. You and everybody else in this chat. Because it depends on current meta? Yeah, exactly. Like, right now, just pick a class you fuck with. And, like, that's kind of what you have to go for. Because every class is honestly, like, fine. Sure, again, as I said, there's some discrepancies in certain regions. Like, again, like XDD, Cleric is worse in 1v1 PvP, but like melees are a bit worse in ZVZ, and maybe Ranger has like slightly less PvE DPS. Yeah. Who cares? It honestly doesn't matter too much. Like, right now, it's honestly the current state of balance is like pretty okay. Do you consider Gladiator as a tank? Yeah, it's within the tank archetype. Yes. Hell yeah, Raiden. Get my ass. What class do I main now? Yes. They were declined because of my name. Now name plus ping, it's over. Yep. I need to find a team. You sure do. I kind of wonder about Spirit Master. It doesn't get changed again. SM is honestly in a pretty good spot. Like, the thing with SM is that it's doing solid DPS in PvE all around. Like, and in PvP, it has a fun niche. Like, it has its own thing that it does, and it's really good at it. It's also pretty bulky. Like, honestly, SM is in a pretty good spot. Like, oh, genuinely, SM is just good. It's just that no one is playing it. Like, I don't think SM needs to be changed at all. Like, right now. Like, honestly, there's not much I would give SM personally. Like, I'm trying to think, but yeah, no. Honestly, like, SM is a good all-rounder. What's the most fun class for you? I mean, obviously, I main Cleric, right? So, and I like Cleric. I do like Cleric. Thanks for the insight, no problem. Who got the biggest buff? Chanta and Templar, I would say. Channer is the biggest one by far. Templar is pretty good too. I found SM to be a little awkward when I tried it. Maybe I was doing it wrong. I mean, SM is definitely a bit different. but it kind of flows the same as any other class once you like get your shit set up properly. Every class is very close to each other in terms of like actual gameplay. Like the combat in this game is not particularly like difficult or varied, if you know what I mean. Okay, maybe if the brawler buff was huge. I don't know, I don't fucking play the class, so you tell me, but at face value, Chanter seems like the biggest winner. Yeah, I mean, SM is honestly pretty good. Glad definitely got the best looking weapons. Yeah, great swords are pretty cool. I mean, it's gonna be one of the most popular class because big dude with big sword is always gonna be popular. And they did a pretty decent job with the animations and stuff on the gladiator. I'm just leaving this here for you to soak in, by the way. Let me highlight it so people feel tempted to read it. Give me a spear class. I'm surprised we didn't get a spear class first. It has to be coming at some point though. When? I don't know, but it has to be coming. We wag a sword like a dog wags its tail. I mean, I think that the way you wield the greatsword is pretty good. The way that you one-hand it and stuff like that is pretty decent. Like, Raiden, think back to Final Fantasy XIV Dark Knight. Now that is a goofy-ass way to, like, wield the greatsword. At least it's not that. Big boobs, big sword, that is also an option. Alright, let me drop some water real quick. Alright. I didn't even see my own class. Yeah, that's fair. Obligatory. Ether tech when? True. And this is where I hope I could be playing another game to play during the maintenance, but I do have some work to do though. So yeah, no. I guess I'm gonna be doing this. But yeah. I guess that's it for me, fellas. I guess this is it. Unless anyone else has questions and stuff like that. I think that's it. Time to launch that Donkey Kong. True. But yeah. For the time being, chat, thanks for watching tonight. Make sure to follow me on both Twitch and YouTube if you haven't already. And make sure to jump on my Discord to be made aware of my whereabouts. And if you missed the patch note stuff, as usual, I'll be uploading the patch note video after the servers come up tomorrow. Like, I mean, I was going to say tomorrow, but it's more like, I don't know, in like 10 hours or something? 10, 11 hours? Yeah. Can you link these notes? Sure, buddy. Let me do that for you. Let me link that for you. But yeah. As I said, don't forget to follow, and I'll be catching you guys tomorrow. Big stream, as always, reset day. Going to be going through the motions. I don't think we are doing Sanctuary 3 tomorrow, because I think someone is busy, so that's going to be sometime this weekend, maybe? Like Saturday or something we're going to be doing Sanctuary? Yeah, but either way, as usual, I'm going to be spamming shit, so look forward to that. And yeah. I do have a video coming that will be focused on, like, it's basically going to be a broad like build guide. Like, here's the game, here's how you build for every class, broadly speaking. No specifics, just this is what you go for PvE, this is what you go for PvP, right? So that's going to be the video coming next. I will have a sponsorship for that, so that might delay the video because you guys know how sponsors work, right? And I'm still trying to get in touch with NCSoft for the Q&A stuff. I actually got an answer. I'm holding out on that. Hopefully things happens. Fingers crossed, but yeah. Anyways, I'm gonna be looking for someone to host, and I'll be seeing you fellas tomorrow. Let's see. Who's streaming right now? Who up streaming? I mean, Hagmo's around. Yeah, you know what? You know what? You guys go say hi to Hagmo. He's a Final Fantasy XI streamer. He just went full-time not too long ago, so go give him some strength. If you want to stay in the chat, you can. If you don't, that's okay. And yeah. GG's. See you tomorrow. Oh, he's playing 14 actually. There you go. Hello, Seb. Goodbye, Seb.